financial business clients that I am working with are going into one of two camps. And it's kind of exciting, but it's also a little bit nerve-wracking for some. So we have two kinds of accounting firm owners, bookkeepers out there, financial coaches. You're falling into one of two camps, okay? One is that business is awesome. This year's been super busy. You're taking on clients all the time. Okay. Oh, awesome. So hashtag live if you are live, hashtag replay. If you're not, excellent. I don't even have to ask you anymore. Now you're saying it, which is amazing. Thank you very much. So let's go back to what I was saying. One of the camps is the camp where everything's rosy. For example, my client Katie just took on £1,000 a month recurring revenue for a client. She took on that client last night. She had a meeting with them yesterday, took them on at 6 o'clock this morning. They signed the agreement. That's a 12 grand a year client. That's Katie. On the other hand, I have clients that are suffering a little bit. They are finding that they are not getting the traction in the marketplace, and it is all to do with the niche that they have chosen. So when you are working with restaurateurs, when you're working, this is you will have heard me speak about Christina before. Although life has changed for Christina in the past few weeks, beforehand she was helping people get into China, and we all know that 2020 has been horrendous, and it all started in China, and getting companies to start a business over in China has been really difficult for her up until about 3-4 weeks ago, when everything took off, which is amazing because the world is getting back to normal. But I have clients that sell to the restaurant and cafe trade. I've got clients that niche with hairdressers. I have clients that niche with high street businesses that are closing down. And what they are finding is that they are not getting the clients that those who have a really good niche get. So if you are working with an audience that is still in buying mode, that is still functioning, that still has a business, that is probably going to thrive out of the back of COVID, your life is going to be very much easier. And that's not what I wanted to talk to you about today. What I wanted to talk to you about was how to stay motivated when you're not getting clients. However, one of the key things is make sure that you're going looking for really good clients. All right. So that's not about motivation. It's about how to get the good clients. Make sure that you're actually hunting for clients that are able to buy from you, have money, and are growing. Okay. And more now than ever, you are going to find that you're either going to go after an industry niche that is easy to sell to, or an industry niche that is not so easy to sell to. What I would like you to do is try and choose the easy option. However, I have one client in particular in mind, which I'm talking about today. I won't give you her name, but she specializes in targeting a really difficult niche at the moment. And this niche has found COVID hit them dramatically. They have had their restaurants and cafes completely closed down. They maybe aren't selling takeaway. It's been an absolute disaster for this niche, hasn't it? Really, the restaurant and cafe industry have really, really suffered. Now, my client who markets to them has found that it's really difficult to get new clients because everyone is really wary. Nobody wants to switch accountants and pay more for services when they're in struggle mode and don't even know how they're going to get through the next 6 months. So this is a great example of someone who has continued relentlessly to carrying on marketing, doing content marketing, showing up every day and giving value. And she will 100% reap the rewards out the other side because she has continued to do marketing. She didn't hide, and she didn't shut down, and she didn't say, I'm giving up and I'm going to switch niches. She has been 100% committed to her ideal audience because she knows she can help them, and she is still battling through. But what makes her continue and other people give up? What makes her know deep certainty that everything is going to be okay when other people give up? And it is all about the mindset. How do you keep going in the face of adversity? How do you keep building your reputation? How do you keep showing up every single day when you are not getting clients, when you are feeling frustrated, when things just aren't working for you? And that's what I want to share with you today, is a few tips on how to stay motivated even when you are finding things really slow in your accounting firm and you feel like it's pulling teeth or wading through water, not because you don't know how to get clients. You know how to get clients. You all know how to get clients. It's because maybe your ideal client is in a niche that is really suffering right now and not buying. Pascal says it's all about the mindset. Absolutely, absolutely. So let's think about this. What's the first thing that you can do? You wake up in the morning and you know that the chances of you getting a client right now is slim to none because your audience isn't buying. So the first thing that you have to do is condition your mind to be a mind of positivity. Okay, so what I do every single morning, whether I'm in a good mood or a bad mood, is I watch something that uplifts me. I will go onto YouTube. I will watch something that's about 5 to 8 minutes long. And whilst I'm watching it, I'll put on my makeup. For you boys, you might not want to put on your makeup. You might want to. But I put on my makeup and I clean my teeth whilst I'm watching this video. And this video will be something that is conditioning my mind to be super positive for the day. And it's conditioning my mind to not have negative thoughts, but only think positive thoughts. It's conditioning my mind to be grateful for my situation. It might be giving me an idea for a live that I want to do. You know, I have a lot of things that I do in the morning, and one of them is to make sure that I show up and bring you guys value. So I have to prep for that, and that actually starts about 6:30 in the morning when I'm thinking. So I don't plan ahead what I'm going to say every single day. I show up, it's more inspired. So I have to condition my mind to be open enough to come up with ideas. All right. So the first thing is condition your mind in the morning to be one of positivity and gratitude. All right. The second thing that I want you to do, whilst I've given you permission to consume for sort of 5 to 8 minutes of a video like that, I want you then to stop consuming. I want you to stop hanging out on social media. I want you to make sure that you're not watching, loads and loads of these videos. I want you to get off Facebook, the Facebook timeline, watching all of the interviews with Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. Get off Facebook, because that's just going to be a rabbit hole that you go into. Okay, so what we need to do is instead of being in consuming mode, we have to move over and become in creation mode. So every single day you've got to show up. You have to choose to say, do you know what? Things aren't great, but if I keep providing value to the world, if I bring my ideas, I bring my thoughts, I share my knowledge, one day, instead of it being like a flat line because my industry isn't buying right now, as soon as they get back into buying mode, my success is going to catapult. And this is something that Christina has definitely had happen, because for months she's shown up, created blogs, recorded videos, she's done webinar series every single month, and now in a matter of weeks she will have generated sort of £100,000 to £200,000. Okay, £100,000 to £200,000 after months of nothing because of her industry. Okay, so she's been creating positive mindset, and she has known that it's going to work. I suppose another tip would be is get someone in your corner. So I've been working with Christina very closely to make sure that she continues going forward and not give up. And when she has bad days, I'm there to lift her up. And when she has good days, I'm there to lift her up higher. But working with someone and having someone in your corner to help you stay motivated is also key. But that wasn't one of the tips that I was going to share with you today. That's just an add-on that, that's how she's got through. Since the beginning of January, we've worked together, and it's only been this month. But this month has not been, I've taken on one client at £1,000 a month. It's this month I will have generated between £100,000 and £200,000. That's the difference. Okay. So that's the key thing, is that you've got to keep showing up and sharing value with the world. Now, when you're sharing value with the world, you will start to get people say, I've seen you around. You're everywhere. You're famous, aren't you? Even if you're not getting clients, what you will find is this conversation that you're having with people will motivate you to carry on showing up. And then the final tip that I want to give you is build relationships with people. So when I first started working with accounting firms and working with financial coaches, outsourced CFOs, bookkeepers, tax technicians, when I first started working with you, I didn't have any of you as clients. I had to start from scratch. So I did a two-pronged, dare I say, attack. Okay? And my two-pronged attack was provide so much value that you couldn't ignore me. And then the second thing was build relationships with other people that provide lots of value to you. Those relationships are with people that serve the same industry niche that I serve, and they got me in front of you. So I built my audience very, very quickly. So if you are not getting clients at the moment, don't hide, don't feel sorry for yourself, don't get out of bed in the morning and think, oh, it's going to be another rubbish day. What I would love for you to do is get out of bed in the morning, think about how much value you can provide to the world, get your mindset in the right place, build your audience, because at some point that audience is going to be ready to buy. And when you do, you can generate that income super fast, and you will have a great reputation for showing up and sharing value. I hope this has helped. It is a really interesting subject, isn't it? When you're working with an audience that aren't buying and are suffering, your business is affected too. So we have to stay super positive, and we have to know that we're going to get through this. We always have dips. We always have highs in the economic climate. Right now, we're going into a dip for many, many, many industries. However, your consistency and persistency will see you through, and you will come out the other side. You just got to keep in a positive mindset and keep providing value. All right, I'll catch up with you soon. If you would like any help in getting those high value clients, then please reach out, comment momentum below, or send me a message with the word momentum, and I'll get you all the details on how to get high value clients and grow your accounting or financial business. I'll speak to you soon.